phone has been playing up and it's made me a little anxious, so I've been trying to positively reframe the microphone situation. I don't know if you're familiar with positive reframing. You think of something and then you think of something, you put it in a different way. So this is a battery-operated phallic device. I think it'll be okay. It is lovely to be here. You all look very beautiful. I've been looking at you. You have done yourselves proud. I have to start with an apology, I'm afraid. I have been a very poor student. I've been difficult to teach, and there are no perfectly formed jokes in my set. The good news, thank goodness for the good news, I'm a menopausal woman and I couldn't give a flying fuck. In fact, I don't mind if you cry. I think it would be an appropriate response. I don't know why we're not all crying all of the time. I am going to tell you a story about a person who's been really influential in my life, a kind, respectable, intelligent woman who was probably a little ahead of her time. She would talk about things that other people wouldn't talk about, and sometimes she would talk about things that people didn't want her to talk about. Her name was, oh gosh, I've forgotten her name. That's awkward. Her name was Millicent Rosamond. Try saying that when you've had a face full of nosebag in the green room. And she was my grandmother. She was my nana, okay? And she was an inspiration to me. She was always giving me new information. And she had, so this is the 1970s, so bear that in mind. I was a child, and she was my nana, and I adored her. But she got a particular need to communicate some information to me. She wanted to talk to me about my sexual organs. Nobody had asked her to do this. She started off by describing, and you're going to learn something potentially, so stick with me. She started off by describing the inside of a girl and a woman, there is a tree. Okay, well, maybe two trees, all right? And in the tree, there are eggs. And that roughly, she went on, she had more, roughly in about a cycle of 24 to 28 days, an egg would shake loose from the tree and land on the floor of the uterus and then pour out of the body. It's a disturbing image, isn't it? Now, in my child's mind, in my imagination, because of course this is the 1970s and I was a child, wherever there are trees, there are crows. So in my mind, what I have inside of me is a tree full of eggs, and by the way, these are hard-boiled eggs in my imagination. Quite a number of them, hard-boiled eggs sitting in trees inside of me and crows. Marvellous. She hadn't finished. And she had props, and I'm going to share with you the props that she shared with me. I mean, they're not the same props, but they're the same props. I know you can get that. So, ladies and gentlemen, given the subject area, what might this be representing? Anybody? Oh, it's lovely suggestions. Yes, this is a vagina. It's the tunnel of love, the corridor of all human existence, okay? This is a vagina. Now, this is a vagina. What might this be? Obviously, we've got a slight scale issue. This is the mother of all vaginas, and this is a tiny little spaghetti cock, but this is where we're at. These are the props. This is the information I'm getting, and it's all new to me. Okay, so here we are. I have inside me trees with eggs and crows. Hard-boiled eggs and crows. What apparently happens, according to Millicent Rosamond, is the penis goes into the vagina. What does it do when it's there? It collects the eggs. Okay? So the penis goes into the vagina to collect the eggs. What new information is that? I hope you were all, I mean, this has been guiding light information for me. What I think about is, how would my nana, how would Millicent Rosamond describe the menopause? would she say? And I reckon something along the lines of, "There's all crows now. It's all crows. And they hang out in there and they're just talking, forgetting where they are mid-sentences, hopping onto branches, not quite being able to recall why they got there, and of course, they will be sweating like bastards." Because, and this is obvious when you think about it, the bush is on fire. Thank you.
Mabel, everybody, that was fabulous.